This is Dolynny TV, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning, and well, here we go. You know what? Talked about it last night, the 11 a.m. game on Saturday. Here we are. It's the game preview. We're getting ready for the Oilers versus the Penguins, which, if you caught my video last night talking about the Oilers' schedule and the math I feel they need to do to go 9-4-1 and kind of that deal, and how you get there and start the month, finish the month, all that, and especially the division opponents. The key that I kind of started the month off with is this is a must-win against Pittsburgh. And there's obviously several reasons why this is a must-win for the Edmonton Oilers. One of them, I think, pretty clear is the fact that Sidney Crosby's won all the matchups against Connor McDavid in his career. I know the Oilers commentators making it look a little bit closer than, a 6-0 sweep kind of looks. But that aside, Sidney Crosby needs to be defeated by the Edmonton Oilers with Connor McDavid in the lineup at some point, and that's exactly what we're hoping to do tonight. That is number one reason why tonight is a must-win. Well, this morning is a must-win for us as Edmonton Oilers fans. Secondarily to that, the reason this is a must-win, guys, is the simple fact that the Edmonton Oilers have a history, especially East Coast games, going out there and not giving it a full 100% effort in a Saturday morning game. We need to do that. We've done that too many times where we haven't given our full effort in games in October, and that's, guys, there's no reason why the Oilers in October couldn't have been 11-3. Realistically, you think about that Chicago game, for instance, you think about that Detroit game, for instance, well, right there, that's 11-2-1, technically speaking. You think about Florida, right? There's several games in which the Oilers could have done a lot better than they did, and it started with a terrible, miserable start and effort for the first half, whatever 45, 55 minutes of the game it was in those three instances. So for the Oilers today, what they have to do is go out there and drive the play. Like, honestly, Pittsburgh's like, oh man, I woke up in my own bed this morning, life is good. No, you know what? You got to get in there and pretty much smash them through the boards. Just do whatever you can to kind of rudely awaken them and say, oh, no. You're sleeping on us. We're not sleeping on you, kind of deal. And that's exactly the key for the Oilers this morning. So let's get to the lineups, shall we? I've ranted enough about what we need to do today. I need to rant about who's going to do it for us. These are the lines in Pittsburgh. This coming from practice yesterday, so expect something similar. Don't expect it exactly, because, I think Sheehan's coming back in the lineup after that hard hit by, was it Pierre-Luc Dubois last game? I believe it was. Guys, sketchy go. I didn't even catch the hit, unfortunately. I've seen replays, but you don't watch for the numbers on the replays. You just look how bad it was. Draisaitl, McDavid, Kassian, Kara, RNH, and Gagne on that second line. Neal, Haas, Chiasson on that third line. And then Granlund, Sheehan, and Russell on that fourth line. Guys, let me tell you, you know what? Those middle lines, Kara, RNH, and Gagne, Neal, Haas, and Chiasson, they have definitely stepped up the past two games. Like, you know what? Yeah, sure, they've only been together really for two games, but to actually see a little bit of life out of the middle lines, just in terms of, I don't know, a little bit more jump in their step, a little bit more pressure 5-on-5, and a little bit more results, I guess, when you're talking about that second line with Kara, RNH, and Gagne. Well, suddenly, okay, that's good signs. Now, what we need is a bottom nine effort tonight that just goes right out, like, boom, lights out kind of deal, because if we could get the bottom nine scoring and let Draisaitl, McDavid, and Kassian just chip in a goal or two, you know what, honestly, guys, don't kid me. I would love to see the McDavid line chip in 2 goals a game, without a doubt. You know what, if the McDavid line's chipping in 2 goals a game, that's good for their personal accolades. That's 2 goals we don't have to count on from anyone else. And then if the bottom 6 can step up with 2 goals per game, or the bottom 9, whatever you want to classify it with, well, suddenly that's 4 goals per game, and we're talking Tampa Bay Lightning scoring territory from last season per game average. So that would be abso-friggin-lutely massive for our Edmonton Oilers if we could get that, because let me tell you, 4 goals per game with letting in less than 3 goals per game, you're going to win a heck of a lot of hockey games that way. And I believe the Oilers are capable of doing that if we can start getting the cast of characters in that bottom 9, scoring 5-on-5 and getting things going as well. Again, I will preach it. I would like to see those power play units start a little bit earlier. That second unit, yeah, start them out there at the minute mark. Don't wait for a face-off. Let McDavid, Dry, and Kassian take that first minute, dominate it or whatever they do, get them off the ice, and go out there and send that second unit. Because, guys, if you drive that second unit correct, right, you think Chiasson, you think Kara, you think Gagne, you think, guys, these guys are capable of zone possession. And that's what you want on a power play because, okay, fine and dandy. Run them out there for a minute. Guess what that allows you to do? That allows you to run the McDavid, Draisaitl, Kassian line out there right next. And if you want to play them that way, well, suddenly you've got bang, bang, bang. And in 3 attempts of driving the play, you should have a goal in the net, given the cast of characters we do have in this lineup. Guys, the defense for today's game: Nurse, Bear, Clefbaum, Persson, Russell, and Benning. Now, Persson, guys, this was probably one of the biggest keys for the Oilers last game against Columbus, was the simple fact of just being able to get D shots on net in remarkable fashion, realistically, because Persson was almost every shot he took hit the net, and the simple fact of he was hitting the goalie in those spots that if you do it often enough, you're going to grease a rebound and grease a goal. And that's exactly what we want to see. We want to see, if the D's not going to get the puck through the goalie, we want the goalie to not be able to handle the puck and be able to tap it in on the doorstep. Now, you think, obviously, who do we have in the lineup that can do that? Kassian, Kara, Chiasson, Neal, Granlund needs to do it, and Patrick Russell would love to do it. So suddenly you've got several guys. Sheehan, obviously I'd like him to do it, but obviously different setup on the center line than the wingers when it comes to being in front of the net. And obviously maybe Sam Gagne too, but guys, honestly, if I'm talking about banging pucks into the net, I'm talking those 5 guys, 6 guys I listed, pardon me. Or yeah, 6, pardon. 1 on the top line, 1 on the second line. Come on, Tyson, do your math right. So, it looks like Smith is going to be in net. Let me get confirmation on that because I honestly can't tell you. So, game day, Oilers look to wrap up a homestand or road trip, and yeah, so they don't have anything on the Oilers stat line, so it is all good. As we'll just look forward to either seeing Mike Smith or Mikko Koskinen out there. Now, against the Pittsburgh Penguins, the thing is, right, the goaltending has to be good, defense has to be even better. And you think about why the defense has to be even better, because you've got Sidney Crosby, who is one of the most skilled players within, 10 feet of the net all around, right? You think about that. Go a circle, even all the way up to the boards beyond the net. Sidney Crosby in today's NHL is, if not the most skilled, one of the most skilled players around the net. And guys, we're talking Oilers defense and we're talking Oilers goaltending. We saw how Sidney Crosby, within 10 feet of the net, handled the Oilers last year in overtime. I believe it was Ryan Strome who absolutely looked like a fool. However, the thing is, now we have to go out there and know what Sidney Crosby is going to bring. I believe Evgeny Malkin's also been reinstated from the IR, so you're going to have to face him on the second line, which means, guys, it's going to be a scary kind of matchup. It could be either a defensive struggle in which both teams actually shut down the superstars, or it could be a light-em-up LA Kings 6-5 final kind of deal from earlier in October. Well, that's kind of scary, right? We don't want to be going back and forth with the Pittsburgh Penguins because, guys, at our current rate, without the bottom 9 really doing too much, they stepped up last game, but we need them to do more this game. Could be sketchy. So, guys, I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to let you think about this one. You see the lines here: Draisaitl, McDavid, Kassian, Kara, RNH, Gagne, Neal, Haas, Chiasson, Granlund, Sheehan, Patrick Russell. It's a must-win. The Oilers need somebody to step up. Kara did it last game. Now it's somebody else's turn. Guys, I'm Tyson. This is Dolynny TV. What I want you to do is get in at the comments down below because we've got very limited time to get this game preview in, so I want to get where your thoughts are. Then I will be live streaming today's game. Yeah, I'm back after 2 games off. I'm back because, well, you know what? It's Saturday. I feel a lot better. It's been a crazy week, but now it's the weekend, so let's relax, kick back, and hopefully watch the Oilers must win this game against the Pittsburgh Penguins. Guys, the stream starts shortly before 11 a.m. It's scheduled for 11 a.m., but don't be fooled. You want to be in there right when I start. So click that subscribe button. If you haven't already, click the bell that's next to the subscribe button. That gets you notifications for when I go live. I'm Tyson Dolynny TV. I am up on out of here.